I'm gonna see about hammering those adamantine spikes into, like, the top.
Okay.
The edge between the top and the wall.
You do know that with the amount of you can get into the wall with that, it's going to stop maybe 200 pounds of pressure, but not much more than that.
Okay.
And then you'll get knocked free.
So no matter what material I use, I will never be able to secure anything.
Not unless you put like some wooden beams or something. Huh?
Is there a picture showing
No.
the staircase?
There isn't.
If we were trying to brace it.
There is no picture showing the staircase in any way that I can show you without giving everything away.
Adamantine. You have no idea what's on the other side of this surface. And if it's magically treated adamantine, well.
Yeah.
So there are, out of the standard Stronghold Builder's Guides, stuff that does that.
For skills, if I'm rolling
he-
percentile and skill twice...
Arguably fell when he got
Yeah,
halfway.
you just roll percentile and I'll assume
That
if
should
it's
be
one of
far
the
enough
skills
that if we
you
attach a
have,
rope
it'll give
to
you
him and it
bonus or
happens
anything.
to fall down,
Gotcha.
he will be caught.
So a 16 if I roll...
Assuming it doesn't fall,
They don't use. We haven't
Assuming
seen one
that
trap
there's something
twice.
to be found and assuming that there's not a ad hoc
really,
difficulty
I
modifier.
saw 2 traps, 1 fall. It was the same trap twice.
Fine, I'll walk down the staircase.
Okay.
Can we tie the rope to him first?
Do you want to tie a rope to?
Not particularly,
Okay.
considering that I do not expect it to fall from under me.
You walk all the way down to the door at the bottom, and there's just a door with the 3 holes.
And a spring with light cast on it.
And a spring with light cast on it at your feet. About the size of your forearm.
It's a big spring.
Use the chalk.
Okay. You push in the first one, and it seems to unlock. Clunk.
Gonna take like 7 steps.
You want that rope now?
Okay. You take 7 steps back.
Okay, I did the hard part.
This doesn't count because Nick's sleeping.
Sure it does.
Maybe you should stay awake.
Okay, Nick, they want you to go down the stairs next.
I already unlocked the door. It's your turn now.
Oh, you didn't.
Yes, he did.
Yes, I did. I literally unlocked the door.
Yeah. It was just a normal door. There wasn't...
Oh, he just actually pressed the right one.
What are you doing? It says 50-foot stairwell down. He's at the monk's already at the bottom, and he's fiddling with the door.
He says, "Come down."
We're down the stairwell.
Okay. First step, second step, third step. All the steps go flat. You start sliding down a ramp. About halfway down, a giant buzzsaw comes out of the wall at about 2.5 feet. What do you want to do?
Kick the wall.
You kick the wall so you turn yourself sideways, or?
No, he's gonna try and jump over it, I think.
Well, you're on your back sliding at a downward angle.
Kick so I wind up over here.
No, it's covering the entire hallway at a height of 2.5 feet. It's coming out of the side wall.
It's coming out of the side.
The side of the wall.
The floor is like this. The buzzsaw is like so.
Here, let me. This.
He's sliding this way, and the buzzsaw is coming this way.
Okay.
Oh.
And how high is it above the stairs?
2.5 feet.
Stay like you are. Oh no! Dude, if he's sliding along the stairs and Nick is less than 2.5 feet high, he can slide.
Now you
underneath
get
the
like
buzzsaw.
10 seconds to think about what he's doing. What are you doing?
He goes flat.
Lean back.
Considering he's only about a foot.
Okay,
and a
I need you to
quarter,
roll
a foot and a
percentile.
half. And then he's gonna have at least
Not on the
a
table,
full-
not on the
I
table.
hope none
Not
of
on
this
the table.
turns you on.
67.
67, and we're going with low is good?
Yeah.
Okay, unfortunately that's within the realm, the range of not being able to get flat enough.
He's wearing chainmail.
Just FYI.
Yeah.
He's only a foot and a half at most. He's got a
Okay,
full
so
foot
here's what's gonna happen.
clearance.
You hear like metal on metal grinding noise, and you feel an intense pain on your tummy and your nose as you slide by. And then when you come to a stop, there's like a wash of red fluid that just comes out of all the holes in your chainmail in front of you. Although the chainmail appears to be intact, and you don't have the tip of your nose, and you've taken 20 damage. And the bus stop's still going in the hallway.
Hey, how much do you think that's worth?
Roll the spring down. No, he has lights.
No, there's light still down there.
Yeah,
They have the light spring down there still. So Nick, yeah, you're not feeling so hot. Like basically, like they if you stand up, your guts are gonna into the chainmail.
Lay on
Hold
it.
on, hand.
Oh, I'm sorry, you forgot to pull your chainmail up a little bit first. Your chainmail is now like attached to your tummy.
Rip it out. Lay on it.
You take 10 points of damage as you tear your magical chainmail out of your chest. What would you like to do now?
Scream
No, he's
Lay on hands? Oh,
with the chainmail out of the way.
okay.
Guys,
Your tip of your nose is missing still.
I'm not sure what I just watched.
It doesn't seem to come back.
Apparently, the tip of the nose requires regeneration.
Some injuries are permanently disfigured. Welcome to a permanently disfigured injury.
So like he has a normal nose and then it's just abruptly like like cut at a right angle.
2.5 feet, huh?
He's got a big head. No way,
Being
that's not
good
fair.
for-
Well, it started cutting his gut and it kind of like rocked him up a little from the pain, and it caught like the tip of his nose. It just tiny-ish.
2.5 feet. Damn, Nick is thick.
He's wearing armor and has a backpack on.
Yeah, the backpack.
He has a full
too.
pack on, so he's got like an army pack on.
Yeah, that would do it. And the,
So that kind of pushes you up.
Hmm.
If he had rolled onto his tummy and tried to get low, it would have just fucked up all his gear.
Is,
Or got him caught up in the wheel, one of the two.
is it still spinning?
Yes, it's still
oh,
spinning.
it's still
I think
going
you
like
could,
Does it seem to be slowing down?
No, it's you assume that it's probably run by some
Water
kind of
wheel,
water wheel in the
probably.
back of the wall, just
Can
like the
we-
other trap was.
Can we tell what it's made of in general, just by looking
Probably
at it?
metal.
Well, it's got that frame on it. You could stand on the frame to investigate it.
I'm gonna
And I can't climb the way
slowly
you can.
climb up to it.
Okay, it's coming out horizontally in like a slant up from the wall. And the blade is about 2.5 feet from the top, so it's the whole mechanism is probably like you can get above it, but you'd have to kind of like really be monkey.
I can see that.
You
It's
need
just
monk.
so-
He can be monkey.
What the fuck?
I know. Like it comes in on a water-driven piston to force it into place, and yeah.
So
Can
wait,
I-
it was a weight-based trap?
Second.
The someone going down to the bottom activates the first pressure plate, and someone going down the stairs second sets it off. What it's designed to be is like, okay, it's safe, come on guys, and then the party starts going down, and then they all slide into the buzzsaw.
Wow. What the fuck?
Guys, sure you don't want to just hire a bunch of people?
That
If
would
they
be-
die, we don't have to pay them. Or we can get our money back.
That would be immoral, and that's why we're doing this ourselves.
In what?
Can you
I'm sorry,
disable
you
the
coughed
saw?
blood up there.
Can you disable the saw?
Can I seem to get behind where the saw is?
You can see like the arm, and you can see the pulley mechanism that's like making it spin. You could
Jam the
What's it made out
adamant.
of?
some kind of thin metal.
Jam the adamant plate into it.
You just jab it a couple times, it eventually breaks, and then the blade starts slowing down, and it eventually comes to a stop.
What's it made out of?
Looks like the very large gray. Okay, it's a very large blade of an inferior grade of metal, very sharp but very brittle.
Let's break the blade entirely just so this one doesn't magically rearm. It's
They
brittle and it doesn't seem
Well,
to
so
be-
far you haven't had any traps magically rearmed. They've all
Yes, but we're still
mechanically
gonna have
The
to
rearmed.
get
walls
out
are
of the way.
healing themselves. Let's break the goddamn thing.
It takes a while, but you can like blunt the edges of the blade, I guess.
Fun slide, guys.
Packed beside me.
Okay, you guys make it without much of an issue. You come down to the door, which has the 3 holes, but he believes he's already unlocked it.
You're missing part of
I heard a click.
Scamper
I'm
back
gonna
up a
be
little
back
bit.
up here next to the saw blade.
Go back up to the saw blade.
Okay, so who opens the door? Well, unless you have those advancing javelin things, you can't get back up to the saw blade. It's a slide.
I understand that, but
You can't stop yourself like that. It's smooth stone.
corners, edges,
There's no corners,
There's no corners or
edges.
edges in a straight
a
slide
slide.
at a 45-degree angle.
slide. There's a corner where
It's
it hits the wall.
Smooth stone.
It's magic rock. It went smooth.
It's stone and it's completely smooth.
So it went from being an edge, a 90-degree edge, to a bowl.
No, it's straight like that.
It's a 45
There's
degree
not
angle.
enough grip for you
There's
to actually
no way
climb
for
with.
you to produce enough friction to stop your body weight from pulling you.
The palms of your hands are not enough, and you're wearing robes and shoes. And your shoes are not designed for climbing. You cannot
It's
climb
smooth.
this.
It's like you've gotten like the granite tabletops with the nice finish. It's like that.
Plus, you only have one
slipperier.
corner you could use at a time anyways. The other one, you'd be
You
flat
can't
on your
reach
belly
because
and
it's
couldn't do anything.
10 feet
I have
across.
a question. Does the Adventurer's backpack come with cleats?
No.
There's a full set of climbing gear.
That would
Or
include
do I-
cleats. I'm going to put on my goddamn cleats.
No, there's not.
The
No.
cleats.
It was the individual cheap stuff because this was for a level 1.
Cleats
to
wouldn't
able to
be.
have.
Cleats wouldn't be strong enough to get into the stone.
Adamantine cleats. That's what I'm getting next.
Magic adamantine cleats.
Dude, those dusters pretty much are.
Okay, so hey, okay, you guys opening the door.
Dexterous enough.
Everyone's down by the door.
No, I already said
Except
it.
for
I'm
you.
hanging up on the
You're over by the saw blade. Everyone else is by the door.
I'm ready to jaunt, but
Okay,
yes.
you guys take a couple of very light bruises that result in no permanent damage as you one by one crash into each other. Going down the
Maybe
slide.
down, stand up to the side, see him coming this way, hop to the side of this pack,
Anywhere down
watch
Wait.
Paul come down, not
No.
take off the pack, get hung up for a second,
I don't see.
watch him clink go the rest of the way, guess the right side.
You
Well,
eventually
we got
get
down. You said we got down with no issue.
Yeah.
Just like Bruce.
That's fine. So opening the door, there's more slide?
No, you haven't opened the door yet.
Okay.
Now, is there an actual landing at the bottom, or is it complete slide
No,
into the
it's
bottom?
slide into the door.
Does the door the entire hall, or is there a frame?
No, it's just the doors are the entire hall. There is no landing. It's just straight to the door.
I
Gonna put myself to the side and hope that if it opens, that there's a hinge or a gap of some type that I can grab a hold
I'll
of.
be on
And
the
that's what I'm
opposite
setting
side,
it for.
ready to jump.
The other
Okay.
side from the holes. Yes.
I'm gonna take a look at the door before we open it to see if there's anything that would activate the trap.
Well, the doors opening could activate a trap.
Mhm.
The pushing the buttons could activate a trap. You already pushed one of the buttons though, with
And you've heard
Alex,
clinking.
and you heard the same kind of noise that it sounds like when it unlocks.
Or activate the trap.
Yes.
No, it's
It's all about the same noise. So something happened, but you haven't opened the door yet.
Is
Push
there
the
any-
door.
There's no telltale signs of like, oh.
Nick
it's
pushes the door open.
Okay. Let me make sure there's not an actual hallway here, and then I will tell you what happens.
More slide.
That would be hilarious.
That's what I'm expecting.
Okay, the door opens to a room, and let me
Yay.
explain the room.
I'm expecting a boulder down the slide.
Just in case you manage to make it past the buzzsaw.
It just throws the buzzsaw mechanically down.
Okay,
Yes, you dulled it.
once you've bested the door, you enter a
50
room.
pounds of steel.
You enter a room
Brittle steel.
20 feet
Throw the
wide
pellet at it.
20 feet wide.
by 50 feet long by 10 feet tall. Like the entry room, the walls are covered in frescoes. In this room, there's a slight difference. The coffin is missing in the far left corner, and there's a sack of there is a small stack of dust-covered sacks. The cloth is old and time-worn, so some of the contents can be seen from the entrance. And you see the fatal yellow glint of gold
Spring.
with your
It's still
coin
there.
cents.
Everybody likes slinky.
Coin counting, yeah.
Well, in this case, it's roll, but yeah.
Okay, guys.
Still
Well,
calling it my slinky. I'm going to use it in more adventures than this.
okay, guys. Well, some of the bags in the corner at least have gold in them, but I don't necessarily trust.
Do we
this
see?
yet.
So you know,
An entire
the
room
doors, they don't open all the way. They only open maybe with a 1.5 foot gap, and then they seem to stop. And you can slide in one by a time.
Like physically, no matter how much we push,
Yeah,
even our strong people.
It won't go.
Does anyone want to poke their head in and see what's
Open
behind
the
the
doors
doors?
the other way.
They don't open that way because of the slide stops them.
Makes
Actually,
sense.
that's the way you have to open them to get the inch and a half.
Take-
And the slide is what prevents it from opening any further.
Okay,
Oh,
take the light spring. And
Yeah.
They don't
roll
go
it.
that way.
I'm gonna take the light spring and roll it
Okay.
into the room.
You can see the room a little clearer. There are frescoes.
No obvious doors.
Glorifying the heroic acts of Evanwood.
No, I'm not.
Any doors
see.
available? Any doors apparent?
Not from
Yeah.
your current location.
hasn't gone yet.
Hold on. But again, this has the frescoes over
Get in
the
there,
wall, so you
Steve.
see
Does
when
it
there
have
is
the
a door.
same magic auras as before?
Yeah, it has the same auras, but not the non-detection because that coffin is missing from this room. It's
Oh,
it's almost identical to the coffin room. That
So
has
are the
two
frescoes
doors.
showing as the door auras from the previous one that you saw?
He's getting that magical interference, so he has to go right up to where it is to see the outline.
Okay.
Okay, and this would be the same if I use like detect poison or anything.
You cast detect poison and everything seems to glow dimly for a few seconds and then fade.
Alright.
The same thing that happens in just about every other room.
Okay, so it's just
It's the interference.
it just
Oh,
throws
God.
off any kind of.
I covered the entire place in like anthrax.
So you guys are all standing in the first room going.
No, it's just slow acting poison.
Oh, no,
just
all the
there
rest-
long enough that you
We're
can
still
get
on the
out.
first room. The rest of this
Its
is just a
incubation
hallucination.
is days.
Yeah, like I just said, we're
And
all
you just keep raising the DC by keep being in contact with it.
Every contact raises the DC by 1.
Okay.
Yep, every breath.
All right. Well, I'm gonna very carefully walk into the room.
Okay, how far do you want to enter? It's 20 feet wide, 50 feet
I'm gonna
long.
go just 3 feet in.
The far left corner is where you see the bags.
I'm gonna go about 3 feet in.
What
and
is
just get that
inside
wrong.
of the
You clear
doors
the
look
doors
like?
just barely, and you're looking around. You see frescoes.
What's behind the doors?
Behind
Me on the doors, just more.
just
fresco?
the back side of the door, walls, frescoes.
Okay.
Pistons. Instead of each door.
Magical rave party. What the fuck is going on?
When he entered the room, did it do the horrific dying on the frescoes?
No, that was only for that first room.
Well, you said it was identical. It was just double
Yeah,
checking.
it's just the
Okay,
basic.
so there's just the thing of coins in the.
appear to be a thing coins.
Okay, let
Well,
me
because
reread
my
that
coin
for you.
sense, I do know that it's
The far left
coins.
coin sense doesn't tell you whether they're coins or anything. You just know that there's something valuable in the sacks.
Actually, I think it's very.
It doesn't specify that they're coins. It
I think it
specifies that
does.
they're valuables.
I think it does specify coins.
Well, read it.
I
Read the long description, not the short one.
That I am going to the long description. I'm pretty sure it specifies just
What
coins.
the fuck gets coin sense?
It's a trait,
I did it for the extra perception.
and it's not just coins. Because I read the short description. It says coins, valuables, and blah blah blah. Okay. Well, either way, there's the cloth is old and time worn, so that some of the contents can be seen from the entrance, and there is the faint yellow glint of gold.
Okay. Well,
It's in the far left corner.
take a closer look.
How close do you want to get?
There's gonna be a
It's 50 feet
coin
long.
golem or some stupid.
The hallway's 50 feet long. I mean, the room is 50 feet long, 20 feet wide.
I'm gonna ask to borrow one of the adamantium darts.
He wants to borrow your dart.
Well, we have 3 of them.
You
You
have
have
like
two.
6, don't you? You put a bunch of them upstairs,
A
though.
bunch from upstairs.
How many?
All of them
bring
but
down?
2.
You have 2 downstairs.
Mhm.
Okay.
I kind of need these for climbing.
What
Okay.
do you
Wait,
plan
I
to
should
do?
still have my quarterstaff, so I'm gonna.
You also have a 10-foot pole. You have a literal.
We all
10-foot
have
pole.
collapsible 10-foot poles.
Okay,
yes.
I'm gonna take
It's
my
part of all of our
10-foot
gear.
pole and poke the bags.
From as far away as
kind of
possible.
roughly.
So you're going to get within 10 feet of the backs?
No, he's gonna get at 15 feet and reach out lovingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to get within 15 feet of the backs.
You know what? Yeah.
Okay.
Go with
Is anyone else going in?
No, we're in the other room watching, and I'm.
We're in
making
the
sure-
hallway and watching.
Okay.
I entered
As
the
you're
middle of the
just
room.
about close enough to hit it with the 10-foot pole, you hear the familiar sound of a rocker panel.
A what?
Rocker panel. The
Oh god, no.
First thing that happens is a rock panel, which is a slab 5 feet wide that stretches across the tomb from into the outer wall, slams down in front of the door. So you guys can't see in anymore, and you can't see out.
Figured.
At least there's the light in here because of the spring.
Mm-hmm. You have light.
On your side, it's stone. On your side, you see that door with the 3 finger holes.
This I'm gonna take a closer look at the finger holes and see if I can't find a way to disarm it.
You go back and
You were
you're
right on the coin coming, by the way.
okay. It looks like all of the other doors. How do you want to disarm it?
Well, I have chalk like the rest of them.
Okay, so you can stick chalk in.
I'm gonna put the chalk in, but I'm gonna
Just slam the
stand like diagonally and press the chalk in with
Okay.
the pole.
You press it in with the pole. It's really hard to get the angle that you need. You eventually do it with the first one, and you hear the shink of the blade cutting in half.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the second one.
Same thing. Blade shink.
Third one.
Blade shink.
I'm glad I didn't put my hand in that one. Okay, what else is in the room?
Just the bags in the corner.
Just like a neat pile.
Well, yeah. They're roughly stacked in that.
Yeah,
in that square.
neat-ish pile,
Roughly.
but I'm
If
just gonna
it is,
knock them over with
This
the
room
pole.
would suck because your first reflex would be to run
So
to that.
you're knocking them over with the pole. Okay. When
Aha,
you
3.
start poking them with the pole. The old decayed canvas bags start leaking fine piles of gold dust from a number of burst seams.